One. So as you can see, this is the progress of our blockwork so far. We've also made a short on this. As you can see, this is the boundary for a villa, right? Oh, we've got some nice plyboard taking off going on over here. So sorry for the distraction, but I have to show this. So essentially, we had our plyboard, right? All kind of shuttered up like that, and then we poured our concrete to make the stairs, right? And now is the stage when we're finally going to be seeing the fruits of our labor, where the plyboards get taken off, and then voila, we get our final product. And it's crazy to think that concrete, that is concrete, that you know, something that's porous, something that's a liquid, can just kind of stay in place like that. It's insane. It's really insane. That's the beauty of construction. So anyways, so sorry for the distraction, but as I was showing you over here, this is the boundary for a villa, right? And this is where our pool foundation starts, and then after that you have the pump room foundation, right? And all of this will not be visible. Like you will not be able to touch this because it's all going to be covered like this villa over here. In contrast, this is essentially the stage where you're kind of like, these are the elements, and we're not going to be able to see this either because it's all going to be covered by tiles and you know, like paint and whatnot, obviously, right? But essentially, this is where you know, people will stand one day. People will stand. We'll live on this spacing one day. You know, we'll have the tiles all over here, and then we'll have the entire living space, right? We'll have the backyard over there, and you know, the next villa over there. But essentially, this is where we're at right now. We're at that foundational stage where now we're kind of seeing the blockworks pop up for what's going to come next, right? So just to kind of give you a little bit more of a tour. This is where you have your pump room foundation. And again, these are the boundaries. So all of this is the boundary. All of this will, I mean, you're not gonna have anything over here, obviously, right now. But once this, you know, goes up to the surface level, this is where you'll have your backyard, right? Where you'll have your backyard. This is where you'll have your pool, and this pump room area will also be covered by grass. It's going to be covered by your backyard, and yeah. So this is what our villa looks like. Just to kind of show you what's over there as well. We have a small little room. There's a water tank. Yep, so yeah, we're having good progress so far, alhamdulillah, right? I believe that this entire area gets cleaned, and then they just kind of put the backfill, and then they consider your time beam. So yeah, I'll show you this as well. So what you see over there, like these beams, right? They're called tie beams. They're used to kind of tie the substructure to the superstructure, so that the superstructure can distribute its load into the foundation once the superstructure is made. Now, this is a very cost-effective way, maybe cost-effective, but more aesthetic, more aesthetical way to kind of beautify your structure, your building. So if we don't have this, right, there's one option, I guess, where you wouldn't have a tie beam to distribute the loading, but then you would have to have thicker columns. The concrete cover for those columns would have to be much thicker. Rebars, you probably have to have more rebars, and then what that does is that that basically occupies the living space, right? it occupies the living space of the villa or the building, and we don't want that. We want as much space as possible, right? We want a more spacious living area. So this is how construction methods are used effectively to account for better living space and more cost effectiveness and things of that sort. Yep.